Good evening, good morning, and good day, everyone. I am Leo Brown here once again with another Psychic's Perspective. Before I get into this perspective, please do me a favor if you can, if you are so inclined. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, and most of all, make sure you subscribe and share the video. Become a sugar bear. Please, as you can see, I'm like a little naked, you know. Come become a sugar bear, honey. I have a lot in store for y'all. I love the fact that you guys are responding to what I do and my channel. And I know that my channel is not for everybody, but I thank you guys so much for even tuning in. It means a lot to me. For those of you who don't know, if you're new, I am a psychic medium. I'm a life coach. I'm an author and one hell of a cook. And today we're doing Adult Week. So the start of Adult Week, that just basically means people who are in the adult industry. So that means your sex workers, your escorts, your adult film stars, things of that nature. And I want to do this because, quite frankly, I am very sex positive. I believe that sex work is work. I believe that sex workers should be taken care of, and not only taken care of, but protected. And as a person who enjoys an adult film quite a bit, I'm single, y'all. Deal with it. Um, Hell, even if I wasn't single, I still would probably enjoy it. Um, I think sex workers are awesome, and also people in this industry are the most creative, sweet, moral, believe it or not, very balanced individuals. Yeah, you have some bad apples. Trust me, there are bad apples in every business. But at least from my experience, the people that I've met, the people that I've interacted with, who happen to be in this business, are the sweetest and actually very intelligent people. So I just wanted to say that. So with that being said, let's get started with today's perspective. Today's perspective is Holly Randall. For those of you who don't know, excuse me, Holly Randall is a photographer. She is a model. I believe she's a model. And she's a podcast hostess. And that's actually how I found her. She's also the daughter of Suze Randall. And oh my God. Um, oh Lord. This is so sad that I don't remember her dad's name. I see his face, but I don't remember his name. And Miss Randall, please forgive me. But I don't remember his name for anything. But I see his face, and I see Miss Randall, and just two of the sweetest people. And I believe her father, I believe he has passed away. I believe I'm not 100%. I don't quote me, but I think so. Um, but she's also a wife and a mother. And I am a huge fan of hers. I found her courtesy of her podcast, Holly Randall Unfiltered. And I actually got into her podcast because she interviewed one of my favorite starlets of yesteryear, Ginger Lynn. And she and Ginger had the best chemistry. The podcast was funny, it was warm. I learned a lot about Ginger Lynn. She was so open. Like, I honestly felt as if I was sitting in on two girlfriends just shooting shit. And in the interim, they talked about how the adult industry has changed, and how she got into the business, and her, like, they went through the trajectory of her life, and it was really neat, and it's actually an interview that I come back to quite a bit. I watch it quite often. So I'm going to put a link below to her podcast. So if you guys are interested, you can definitely look her podcast up. I think she's fantastic. Ms. Randall, if you ever watch this, I think you're awesome. I think you are absolutely fantastic. I love that you give people in the adult industry, and not just heterosexual people, but heterosexual, bisexual, pansexual, transgender, gay. Like, you give everybody, Black, you give everybody a chance to make their voices heard. I love that. I love that you are very inclusive. So I think that's awesome. And I've loved some of your guests. Before I go into the reading. So, oh my God, what is her name? She was one of the guests that talked about anal pasta. And I loved her. Loved her. I loved her energy. Like, oh my God, me and her would have a ball. And of course, Ginger Lynn was one. Rod, Rob Piper was another one who really I was impressed by his depth. I was impressed by the fact that he was very, very vulnerable. Um, Shawn Michaels was another one, very open, just decent, good people. And I think that's the one thing that she's trying to do is show that people in said industry are people. Like they're not just because you see them having sex on camera, that doesn't mean that's all they are. So I love the fact that she's showing multi dimensions. So yeah, I think her podcast is great. I love what she's doing with her platform. And also I remember she interviewed Tara Patrick. And that was wonderful too, because Tara was just, honey, just looking good, feeling gorgeous, and about that life, honey. It just, very open, it was just a very warm vibe. So anyway, so with that being said, let's get into the reading because I can talk about the podcast all day. Um, so with that being said, before I go into it, let me say that I am not 100% accurate. The things I say, the things I may receive spiritually can change in any given moment. This reading is for Ms. Randall and those that love her and know her. Ms. Randall, if this makes sense to you, please feel free to reach out, say something to me. Even if it doesn't make sense, let me know. What else? And for those of you who would like a reading with me, if you want a reading, you're more than welcome to look me up. My information is all down in the description box. And you can go to my website as well, psychicleo.com. So with that being said, let's get started. All right. Ms. Randall. And I'm calling her Ms. Randall out of respect because I don't know her enough to call her Holly. All right. So here we go. Someone's telling me to stop. All right. And I'm not even going to pull a card because the first thing I get immediately that pops in my head is your daughter. I get a mix of different things. I get mommy guilt. and I know you've talked about this on your podcast a lot about, having to work and leaving your daughter and things like that. But I also get, it's not necessarily, at least for me, what I'm picking up is not necessarily just mommy guilt. It's more of just work-life balance and trying to balance everything. And I'm picking up a lot to do with you and water, like a bathtub or something. I don't know if you get your ideas in the bath, but I'm seeing something to do with the bathtub, the bathroom. And I feel like you're trying to balance not only being a mother, but I think being, being a mom, being a girlfriend, being a friend, and then also trying to have time for yourself, trying to make sure that business-wise things are on point. Because I feel like you wear a lot of different hats. I literally see you picking up cords and you're disconnecting things and putting wires together. And then on the other hand, I see you, like I literally hear the clicking of a camera and, and it may not be clicking of a camera, that shows you how old I am. But I see you taking pictures, and even if you have to doing makeup, like there's just so many things that you're doing all at once. So by the time you go home, you're happy because you love what you do. But I also hear like, God, I'm exhausted. Like I hear you saying it quite a bit. And I'm also getting a sense of like, I can't believe I'm here. I'm happy I'm at this place, but I never thought I would be at this place because I see you with your baby and you're like, I can't believe I'm a mom. Like you're very happy to be a mother. But on one hand, you're like, how the hell did this happen? And it's not that you don't love your daughter. You love her to pieces, but it's just more like, okay, I got this little thing to take care of. And also, I feel like the daughter, she's growing so fast, so fast, so fast, so fast. And you're like, oh my God, one minute she was a ball of fluff and now gurgling and, you know, I mean, she's not, I don't necessarily get that she's talking, but I just get you being like, okay, this is all right, you know. Um, but I also feel like you want, there's more you want, like, I'm getting a lot, so that's, I'm jumping around. So what I'm getting also, Ms. Randall, is that not that you want to move out of the adult industry. I don't see you ever doing that really, but I feel like you want to, there's something that I hear the word expansion, expanding. And I mainly get you writing. I'm seeing you either writing scripts or something like that, like you're putting scenarios together. And I feel like you want to bring back, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I feel like you want to bring back chemistry and connection when it comes to the adult industry. And even dare I say glamour, because I hear the word glamour in my head. Like I hear you being like, I want to bring back like when you knew the girls and the guys and whomever, they liked each other. They wanted to do this. They're just doing it on camera. You know, I feel like you want to bring that back, but I'm also seeing a lot to do with glamour and, you know, um, it reminds me a lot of like the late 80s going into maybe like the mid 90s, like that glamour treatment with the women. And you being like, well, we can still have that, but let's do it to today's standard. And I'm seeing that. I'm picking that up a lot. Because I feel like you really are at a point where you're like, I want to help people, but I want to kind of put them through like a boot camp on what not to do. Like if they're really serious about it. I don't see you willingly going out and volunteering. Hold on. Somebody will be calling me. I'm sorry, y'all. Hello, I'm doing a video. I'm gonna call you right back. Bye. Okay, I'm sorry about that. It's always busy around here. Anyway, so but I do see you wanting to bring back, dare I say, femininity a little bit. Not saying that it's gone, but just that I don't know, that sensuality. There we go. That's the word I want to use. Um, I also see you focusing a lot on your mental health, a great deal, mental and emotional health. And your mental and emotional health for you connect to your body, because I'm seeing a lot to do with your body image and you learning to love your figure. And I kind of get you either gaining weight or you, I don't want to say you worry about it, but I feel like you're kind of like, okay, I'm learning to embrace if I gain a little weight. And I get that you love your bread or bread loves you. One of the two, because I see carbs. I keep seeing like rolls and bread and things like that. And bagels and things with butter. Um, um, and I feel like you're really learning to embrace, like, okay, you know what, if I gain some weight, I gain some weight, but it's taking some time because you're learning to see, like, you know what, I'm not a, not that you, how do I say this, not that you've seen yourself as ugly, that's not what I'm trying to say, but I think you just, what I'm saying, what am I trying to say? It's like you're saying like what others see, I don't see. I don't see, like when people tell me that I'm pretty or that I'm beautiful or that I'm hot, I can kind of see it, but it looks a little blurry. So what I'm getting around you now is that you're starting to really see that. And part of that I feel is your boyfriend, the guy that you're with. I feel like he really encourages you. And I get a lot to do with you in depression. I feel like you either get depressed sometimes or you get just worn out, just exhausted. You're like, oh God, I don't know if I can do this, you know. But I see that your depression kind of goes back to at least what I'm getting, and I'm not diagnosing you. Let me make that very clear. But what I'm picking up around you for some reason is I just see you, I literally see you on a bed and you're just like alone. Like I get a sense, so for me, what it picks up is like you're in a dark, there are moments when you get in a dark space. And if it wasn't for your daughter, if it really wasn't for your work, your daughter, and I feel like the small community you have of friends, like real friends, there would be days where you wouldn't get out of bed. But you know, you're really learning to do, you know, you're taking the steps, you're really doing a lot of inner work because I feel like a lot of this has to do with like shadow work. And I get a lot of it having to do with, I get 13 to 17, like adolescence, like that area, the awkward years of your life. And you just feeling like you were enough, but it wasn't enough. If that makes any sense at all. Um, and I feel like when you know you feel good, you look good. You know what I mean? Like that's why I say your emotions and your mental health are like neck and neck. So I feel like you're really working on that a lot. And I know I probably say this a lot on my channel, but I would not be surprised if you wrote a book. I would not be surprised if you wrote a book or books, because I'm picking up like something to do with you writing a book or something to do with you writing something and it helping other women. Because I feel like your main thing is you want to help people. Like you love your industry, don't get me wrong, but I feel like there's a deeper thing for you. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like this is not just a family business, but I feel like you know there's something greater that you have to do. And um your intuition is at an all-time high as of late, or it has been, because I'm getting a lot to do with you in sleeping. Either not sleeping well or not sleeping through the night. Because I'm seeing you tossing and turning a lot. And I feel like you're like, there's something up. I just don't know what it is. Keep listening to that. And um, I want to say in the next 2 months, I pick up a move, some kind of move or some home improvement or something. Like I feel like you're gonna end up moving. And it'll be much better for you. It'll be much better for the baby, for everything all around. Um, and I'm seeing contracts. So I'm seeing like you negotiating with studios and you renewing your contracts and saying like, no, here's what I want done. Here's what I'm not gonna do. I'll bring this girl in. Okay, I'll shoot her, but no, I want to like I really see you taking control of like, and you do that anyway. Like you're very much a control freak kind of girl, but not in a negative connotation. More of like you just know what you want. And I feel like people can screw you because you're so nice. People tend to be, but I also get that, yeah, you're nice, Miss Randall, but you're also a ball buster. And you get that from your mom. You get that from your mom and your dad, actually, from both parents. Because I feel like the gentleness is from your father. And the let's just do it, let's get it done, that's from your mom. And it's interesting because I'm picking up your dad, and I feel like your dad is just, I don't know if your dad was a life of the party or he was really humorous, but I literally get a lot of laughing. I get practical jokes. I get somebody who made life fun. And I feel like you kind of miss that in a way. Like, even though he was serious, he was also a very fun person. So I'm getting a lot of that. And I feel like that humor, yeah, I get like a deep connection with you and your father. And I feel like you really are like, I wish he was around. Now let me make that very clear, because I don't know if I I may be wrong, but I keep picking up this man who literally is, because this may not be your dad. Let me make that very clear. But I feel like there's this man around you. He gives me a fatherly energy. He gives me like very sweet. He has kind of a like an Australian accent to me. Because I've never heard her dad talk. I've heard her mother talk. I know her mother has a very European accent, but I feel like your father has an Australian accent. At least that's the way it's coming through for me. And I'm seeing this, and he's laughing all the time. Like he's laughing. And even in his serious moments, he's making fun of it. He's making fun of everything. And his humor is very off color. It's very un-PC, but it's a lot of fun. And I feel like what I get with this person, or what I get with this energy, is a lot of guidance. I get somebody who's guiding you and telling you like, girl, just laugh at it. Because at the end of the day, you're going to end up laughing about this shit. Don't worry about it. So I get that around it. What else am I getting? I see you going outdoors more, hiking. I get you, I don't know if you rock climb or not, but I'm seeing that around you as well. I'm seeing you wanting to take you're very much a nature girl. You're very much a green girl. You love nature and things like that. You love like, and I wouldn't say forest, But it kind of reminds me of that, like forest, and then I get like waterfalls and stuff. So I get that kind of energy around you. You need greenery and water, like natural water. And I like camping and things like that. Like you're very much into getting back into nature. You're kind of hippy dippy-ish in a lot of ways. You're not as hippy dippy as say myself, but I definitely picked it up around you a great deal. Um, and I feel like you and the guy you're with, I get a really great connection. I feel like the guy you're with is he pushes you, but it's very gentle. And I just feel like he's just like, and what I pick up around is mainly is that you lean on him, because I literally see you doing this. I see you going back. So what that's telling me is that you lean on him, you trust him. And for you, that's a big deal, because trust is not, like, people getting your trust is not an easy thing. But for some reason, I really do get that. I really do get that this man is just very much like, he motivates you, but just is very silent. And he just wants you to be happy, because that's what I literally hear him saying. Like, I want you happy. Even if, say, you and I are not together or we don't work, I want you to be happy. You know what I mean? And I get a lot of maturity. I get a man who's very funny, uh, very warm. I get a gentle, like I literally get a gentle touch. I don't get a man who's very, overbearing. So it's a good relationship. It works. It really does. It works a lot. And I'm sorry, that's my WhatsApp going crazy. But anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Um, but no, from what I'm picking up, Miss Randall, and forgive all the interruptions. One second, because this is bothering me, because you know my nerves. Hold on, y'all. There we go. There. Okay. So, but from what I'm picking up, Miss Randall, yeah, this is a good relationship. And the main thing I hear is that it's healthy, because what I'm picking up around you, and I don't know if you've been working on this, but I see you kind of doing a lot of deep work. For me, it feels like shadow work, where you're going deep and you're looking at, because she's been very open about her struggles with sobriety and stuff. And I just see her going back to, not going back into her vices, but going, like, unlocking, figuring out, well, why did I do that? Why did I make that choice? Why, like, questioning things, being very analytical about things and choices that you've made. And it helps you because you're now being very analytical about the choices you make. So I see you doing a lot of inner work, a lot of inner child work, because I see you as a baby. So I'm picking up a lot of that. You're doing a lot of deep stuff. And that's why I think sometimes you go up, down with your emotions. But other than that, Ms. Randall, I think you're in a good space. I mean, I don't get anything really negative. Just watch the way you talk to yourself. That would be my thing to say to you. Um, and let people help you, because I feel like you tend to, I can do it all by myself, which you can, but there's nothing wrong with you asking for help. So that's all I have to say. I hope that you guys, despite my interruptions, have enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Miss Randall, it has been an honor and a pleasure doing this. I hope that you receive it with open arms. If it makes sense, let me know. If it doesn't make sense, let me know. And for those of you who are watching this and you're not Ms. Randall, um, let me know if you've enjoyed this. Give me a like, give me a comment, share my video, subscribe to my channel. And if you want a reading outside of this medium, you can log on to my website at psychicleo.com. That's, once again, psychicleo.com. Until next time, my darlings, have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I will talk to you soon. All right? Bye-bye.